But let me get back. But seriously, here's the thing. When it comes to this idea of this Million Man March, how are black people gonna treat each other tomorrow? Because we try to make it about the cops, and cops whooping black folks' ass, and cops killing black folks. But that ain't who really doing the damage to black folks. It's other black folks that look like them. You even got to think about this event. For as much as I came out here from Phoenix to go to this event, let me tell you something. Who made money off of this event? Black folks or white folks?
Did.
Yeah, it is.
That's true.
So we think we doing something by spending money with them. They laugh. We brought $1 billion to a city that could give a shit less if we existed.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But what I do think the event helps inspire people. Maybe it might not be up to me or you to say, well, what are black people going to do tomorrow? But maybe just having this out here, having this event could inspire somebody to actually make a change. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't going to be, I guess, quick, fast, and in a hurry happening, snap fingers like that. You know
so what do you think happened? I said it to the young man before. I'm going to say it to you. It's 20th anniversary. Guess what happened from the first march to this one?
What happened?
Gays got more rights than blacks.
Everybody, welcome to this wonderful day and this wonderful debate you're about to experience. This is Loving the Skin I'm In, where we always try to promote loving ourselves as black people. And as always, we welcome everybody from all walks of life to join in to either agree, disagree, learn something new, or hell, even maybe teach us something new. But it's always our job and goal to promote the understanding and the love of black people. Now, I am your host, Demetra K. Coulter, or D. And then we have Mr. Donovan Sadiq, who obviously doesn't like his lunch very much because I'm about to eat it. Do you want to say something before you go hungry?
All right, wait, you messed my intro up, number one. I am Donovan Sadiq, the will throw a rock and then hide my hand and even run out of the neighborhood if I have to. But I'm going to get the facts out, and guess what? I am ready to rumble.
All right, well, we're going to see about that. And how about this? We let the listeners and the viewers decide who actually won.
Okay.
If you want to do that,
that's fair, because like I said, now remember, I don't want you crying after this whole debate.
Oh, baby, ain't no crying and debating.
There's no rematch. This is like Rocky. There won't be no rematch. There won't be any of that.
Well, so for the sake of time, we'll go ahead and get right into it because we have, a couple things we can talk about today. Sure. Hopefully we'll be able to get to all of them. But in this particular segment, we are going to debate your homeboy, your friend from the internet, Tommy Sotomayor. Now, I have taken copious notes because I know that Donovan is an expert on Mr. Sotomayor.
And as a man, I have my newspaper, and if I have my toilet, that's all I would need.
Your toilet with the bidet.
With the bidet.
Tell the people you have a bidet.
Right. I'm not a barbarian.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead.
I don't have a bidet. But anyway. Okay, so who exactly is Thomas Jerome Harris, a.k.a. Tommy Sotomayor? And for you guys who are listening, you're like, who is this Tommy Sotomayor? Well, I'm going to give you a lot of information. And Donovan, please feel free to cut in as I'm going along, because I have a lot of information for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Tommy Sotomayor is a YouTube sensation who has built a huge following by degrading and disrespecting black women. He often refers to them or us as bitches, black bitches, whores, and hair hats, which is a woman who wears a weave. Just to name a few lovely pronouns. All right. His MO is to show isolated clips of black women doing some of the most deplorable things, and then he turns them into a narrative to fit his agenda. Am I wrong so far?
Go on. Continue.
Okay. All right. However, in addition to his legion of black male supporters, he does have a copious amounts of black women supporters, right? So in all fairness, ever since he's gotten some backlash from people proclaiming not all black women behave in such a manner, he has enlightened his stance by saying, okay, well, some black women. Right. However, because his, speech about black women is so hateful, it's like null and void, right? Okay, so moving right along. It should be noted that he refuses to show women of any other races in a negative light.
Not true, but go ahead.
Okay. He refers to white women as snow queens. And I'm sure you can think of a couple other beautiful, wonderful, fluffy
Becky
names.
with the nice hair.
Becky with the nice hair,
Right.
and all of those lovely adjectives that describe these women, right?
Okay.
Okay, so why is Tommy Sotomayor so vexed with black women? Well, there's a motive.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Thomas, or Tommy Sotomayor, who is a man whose family, and I got this from the internet, my research, his black female partner sent him to jail for missing out on child support, as he didn't want to take financial responsibilities for his child or children, because he has 2 daughters, right?
Yes, 2 daughters.
2 black daughters.
That's right.
We'll get into that. All right, so ever since then, he has built a rage against black women. Am I wrong so far?
It's a good narrative. Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
narrative.
So Tommy has made a whole host of videos highlighting the worst of black women. So I decided to showcase one of his latest videos, which you've seen. I've sent it to you. You've seen it.
And we'll probably see it up here on the
Okay,
screen.
yeah, all right.
As a matter of fact, it's probably playing right now on the screen.
Yeah, I didn't want you to walk into this blindly, so
Sure.
I gave you a heads up. All right. So this video is titled "Black Women Do Not Love Their Black Children, and Here's Why." So I, compiled his reasons. And he said, he states that black women choose not to have fathers in the home. Well, I want to go ahead and debunk that.
Okay.
All right, per my research, 78.2, so let's just roughly say 80% of black fathers are in the home to some degree. Now, technically speaking, if you're not married, you are what? You're single.
You're single.
Right, but nowadays, and to be honest, especially in our community, a lot of people don't marry, but they do shack. So the father is involved.
Is the father involved, or is the boyfriend?
If the boyfriend happens to be the child's father.
No, but I'm talking about the boyfriend who isn't the child's father. Does that count?
No, this is saying the fathers. But yes, I mean, I benefited from having a stepfather who raised me in addition to my father. Right. So it's twice as nice, right? And my stepfather and my daddy was black.
Okay.
All right. Now it says, just give you a number here. 78.2 of black fathers feed or ate meals with their children daily, opposed to 73.9 white men and 63.9 Hispanic men. So black men, and you can see my chart. See, I'm not lying. Perhaps you could put this up.
I could probably put it up, but
okay.
It also goes by what source you're using. But go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to get to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the source that I used, it was per the National Center for Health.
Oh, right there.
It's not.
Totally
this
throw
ain't
that
no,
out.
This ain't no black people organization,
right.
So you and Tommy can debunk it.
Yeah,
this is
out.
white people stuff saying,
Yeah, it's white. Yeah.
Okay. So Charles Blow of the New York Times, you probably heard of him or seen him on MSNBC and a couple of other shows.
Fake news. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. It's fake news because we're debunking your boy.
Go ahead.
All right. So he reports. I think this is why my microphone makes noise, because it's rubbing against my face, my black face.
Oh. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, so he reports that some of these men have children by more than one woman, but they can only live in one home at a time. This phenomenon means that a father can live with some but not all of his children. Okay, and then it says these men are serial impregnators. Okay, now why doesn't Tommy talk about those guys? I mean, but you don't have to answer. I'm just, asking the question.
Okay.
But he says, but I think something more than promiscuity and irresponsibility are at play here. Also, about 2.5 million fathers are living with their children, opposed to 1.7 million who are not. So more black fathers are living with their children than
or
not.
somebody's children.
Or doesn't matter. I mean, because like I said, I had a stepdaddy. I call that.
No. You had a stepdad. We're talking about if the boyfriend moves in there. Like I said, I'm not trying to change your narrative, but I'm just saying.
But a black father is in the home.
Just because he's in the home doesn't mean he's a father.
Okay, but this is saying this
because
is per the National Center of Health.
You have these girls that just have babies and they've broken up with the fathers and they've already moved in with the boyfriend.
Okay, but let me ask you this: Why is the onus only on the women?
I'm going to get to that when you get finished.
All right, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. And so he also explains that the wildly popular statistic of over 70% of black women are single mothers. He says that even though the women are not married, they still live with the father of their children. So technically speaking, they are single because they are not married.
Correct.
All right.
Now, let me intercede
Go
here
right
real quick.
ahead, brother.
you're making it sound like these women have their own shacks and their own places, but by the rules of Section 8, you're not supposed to live with a man in the home. So how can those numbers even be
Okay,
right?
but who's to say that these women are all on Section 8?
No, I didn't say all, but
Okay.
but based on your numbers,
Uh-huh.
I bet you a lot of those numbers have to deal with women that are on Section 8 and getting assistance. And if that is the case, let's just say 25. Let's just take 25% of those people out. The man's not supposed to be there in the beginning, so you're not dealing with women. That
Okay,
have
but
their
we
own
know,
spots.
let's just keep it real.
Okay.
Have you ever gone to the drive-in?
Yes.
Have you ever snuck somebody into the drive-in?
Never.
Have you ever gone to the movie? See, I know
Yes.
you're lying.
No.
Have you ever snuck even a peanut M&M in your pocket?
No.
You've always paid those people?
I've always paid those
Okay, so
people.
you're an anomaly.
Well,
But the point that I'm making is-
wait, because I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's talking bullshit." I was raised a military kid. What I
Okay.
did affected
Well,
my
let me
parents.
keep it real with you.
So for me,
Right.
that's the truth.
Let me keep it real with you.
Okay.
I've gone into the movies and I've taken my own food.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if I'm gonna go to jail for that, but I'm
Right.
keeping it real with you. So the point that I'm making is, yeah, there are rules.
Mm-hmm.
Section 8 says that a man can't live in a home with a woman, but we know damn
Right.
well. Did you see Claudine, the movie?
Yes, of course.
Was a man?
Excellent movie.
Was there a man there?
Yes, there was.
All right. So we know rules are broken every day.
Right. But what I'm saying is, statistically, I'm not even using what your number was 80%, right?
Yeah.
I said let's just take 25% of that and
Okay.
throw that out to be fair.
But and you take 25% away from 80 is what? 55?
55.
So that's more than half.
No, but I'm just
Oh,
saying. But
all right.
but let's be fair, because like I said, according to the rules, they're not supposed to be there to begin with. So now we've got
But we know that they're there though.
yes, but then again, we also got women who are not following the rules, and I'm paying for it.
Okay,
But
so
go ahead.
listen, would you rather the woman not follow the rules and the man not be in the home where a
Yes.
father can be very influential over the life of his child?
The-
So you would prefer her to...
The bottom line is the man should take care of his responsibilities,
Right.
regardless of the situation.
Okay, but again, so I know you're trying to throw a little monkey wrench in there. Nice try, though,
No,
but
no,
I'm
no.
still going to eat your lunch.
No, you can eat your lunch. But what I'm saying is, in a scenario like that,
Uh-huh.
always remember, Donovan in particular, I was raised in a bubble of a military thing to where
Right.
rules are rules. So I'm going to look at it from a different perspective. Rules are
Okay,
rules.
I got you, brother.
Okay,
But
that's
I'm
my
gonna, can
clarify.
you do mind? I keep on
Go-
with the facts here.
go ahead, go ahead.
All right, but nice try though.
Okay.
All right. Number 2.
Number 2. Damn, we're only on number 2?
I'm just saying, because
Okay, go
I
ahead.
want to make sure I do a good job. I don't want to just
All
be
right.
on here talking bad about your boy.
Okay.
You know.
Like I said, the whole first hour, we're going to be dealing with these facts. But go ahead.
Hey, they're not my facts. They're just
Okay.
facts that I found.
Hey, this is Loving the Skin on Man. We're going to try to get to the
All
bottom
right,
of
we're
this.
going to break it. We're going to tie it all together.
Okay.
All right, and I'll try to move this along a little bit faster. Okay, so he says we have children, that black women have children with men who ain't shit. These are his words.
Okay.
They're gangbangers, deadbeats, and drug dealers. All right, let me go into my facts on, part 2 here. So while that might be true, doing that is not exclusive to black women. Question, was your dad a gangbanger?
Like I told
A
you,
drug dealer?
my dad was in the military. But go ahead.
No, he wasn't a deadbeat.
Nope.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So my dad was none of those things either. All right. Now, one of the most notable white women in the world happens to be the 3rd baby mama of the leader of the free world.
Yes.
Right?
I agree.
Now, how did she become the 3rd baby mama?
Doing porn and so-called modeling.
Was
quote,
she a
quote.
mistress?
Matter of fact, she was.
And
She was home.
Was the lady that she was the mistress to also a mistress?
I believe so.
Oh. So her man wasn't shit either.
Well, we know that. We can see
Oh,
what he's
okay.
doing.
So I'm saying the point that I'm trying to draw here is that that's not ubiquitous to black women.
Okay, that's good
Right,
example.
okay. Moving along. See, we agreed to that very quickly. We're going to get done with this faster than I thought. Number 3, he says, black women choose to have children with men who are financially unstable. Therefore, we have to live in the ghetto on Section 8 while having more children. That is the street sweeper. Thank God that I did not park on the street because I do not want to pay no tickets.
There you go. I have plenty of parking. Go ahead.
Moving on to fact, do I need to repeat that
No,
for
no,
you about the
everybody
Section
heard
8?
it.
Okay,
Everybody
great.
heard it.
All right. I just want, because this is for your benefit. And so number 3, while I agree that one should choose very wisely when selecting a breeding mate, choosing broke baby daddies is not exclusive to black women, right? Now, per the National Center of Children in Poverty, all right, now I just drudge up the statistics, and this is for Alabama, right? At least 16% of white children live in poor families.
Yes.
So, at some point in time, 16% of white people, and let's say just in Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
those women, per Tommy Sotomayor's argument, chose a man who was financially unstable, right?
Right.
So that's not, again, that's not a thing that's exclusive to black women.
Go ahead.
Can I get it right? Can I amen,
no,
sister?
I'm not
something?
going to amen that.
Can I get a dap?
No, you
oh,
can't
okay.
get a dap on that. Because I'm just waiting for you to finish your narrative because, like I said, I can answer all of that.
Okay, no, I don't want to be dishonest here.
Okay.
Now, 45% of black children live in poor families. So what? That's triple almost. Black people opposed to white people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is expected that blacks in Alabama are on the poverty high on the poverty list due to living in one of the most. Here's my race card, y'all.
Okay,
most
card.
racist states in America. Is that the truth or not?
Say that again?
We know that Alabama is one of the most racist states.
Jeff Sessions from there. Yes.
So there's a lot of things that black people have to go through just to even buy a freaking peanut. All right, let's move right along. I'm almost done here. I'm almost done, brother. Now, black women, number 4. Black women don't march for murdered children, but will protest him. That is one narcissistic dude. But here, let me move right along to the facts. Sabrina Fulton, the mother of Trayvon Martin.
Yes.
Gwen Carr, the mother of Eric Garner. Geneva Reed Veal, the mother of Sandra Bland. Cleopatra Pendleton Cowley, the mother of Hadiya Pendleton. Maria Hamilton, the mother of DeAndre Hamilton. And Lucy McBath, the mother of Jordan Davis. You know who those are?
Mothers of the murdered
The
kids.
mothers of the movement. The mothers who have marched against murdered black children.
Not
and
true.
the people, the children that...
Not true.
Okay, some of them have physically gone out there and marched, but those
The
women...
majority haven't. Trayvon Martin's mom started to make a rap CD. Did we forget that?
Okay, but I think she would rather be rapping about something else opposed to the murder of her child.
She did rap about the murder.
Okay, but even if she's getting on there talking about happy birthday and ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, she is still prevalent, and you cannot say you've never seen this woman speak out about the wholesale murder of our black children by the police.
I've seen her do that in support of Hillary Clinton.
Okay, but even before then, you've seen her do it because I've seen her.
I've seen her.
And Sandra Bland's mama, all of these other people, Michael Brown.
And they let Hillary Clinton
Okay,
use them.
I agree. Me and you are in total agreement on that.
Like
but
I said,
the point,
because my point is, you don't stand with a person who basically initiated the environment of her son getting killed.
We agree, but did I just debunk what he said?
No, you did not.
I did, because he said black mothers don't march for murdered children. I just named you
But he
all
also
6 women
says
who did it.
it's a general statement. In general, you take
Okay,
those
do you
5.
know what in general means?
Yes, I did.
It means more, all. In general covers all.
Yeah, all.
Google it.
5 women isn't all.
But okay, come on.
I'm just saying.
You don't think Emmett Till's mama was, back in the 50s, she marched over the death of her son?
She sure did.
Okay, so that's a whole lot of years that went by, and it's not just these women. There's a lot of women.
Right. Okay. So what have they been doing in the news or lately since?
I don't watch TV, so I don't know. But the point that I'm making is his statement is false.
But okay.
On even just me naming those 6 women that we've publicly seen march for murdered black children.
But you just acknowledged some of what he said. They only march when they're thirsty for Kool-Aid.
You really?
Really?
So you mean to tell me that?
Why would you march with a lady who promoted an environment?
I agree. Hillary Clinton. Listen, y'all. Me and him agree. Hillary Clinton don't give a damn about black people either.
But yet they're up there. Oh, we support Hillary and all this other stuff. What did they get out of it? Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with you doing it. Did you get paid?
Well,
did you get paid?
In all fairness, did black men support Hillary too?
I don't know any of those.
You know damn well they did.
Because I know I didn't.
Please.
I know I didn't.
Okay. You didn't, but a lot of black people supported Hillary Clinton.
But then she blames the black people for not enough of them coming out to vote.
Well, she also called our children super predators, and made it possible for our black men and children to go to jail for a very long time when white people weren't doing it. So yeah, I mean we agree, brother. But the point that I'm making is that's not a true statement that he said that black women don't march for murdered black children.
In general, they don't.
That's not true.
It is true.
That's not.
It is
okay,
true.
We just gonna draw down the line here and just say we're not gonna agree, but you guys know I'm right.
Because you have to look at the statistics of what you're looking at. You take California and let's take not a known person on a national level. Okay, so let's say Chicago, all that killing that's going on in Chicago, how many mothers are out there protesting?
A lot, a very lot. See, that's the problem though with the media, and I'm glad we're having this conversation. The media is rarely going to show you. Have you ever heard of New Era Chicago? There's plenty of black mothers out there marching for murdered black children.
Then how come their voices aren't being heard on the
You
national level?
You know why? Because
where are the Democrats at?
Wait. Listen, the Democrats
The Democrats
don't give a damn about black people. Republicans, none of those people. We agree about that. You know why we don't see that? Because black people, as Dr. Claude Anderson says, owns less than 3% of media.
Yes.
So if we don't own any media, our narrative is not going to get out there.
Wait a minute. Corrine Brown. No, not Corrine Brown. Your girl Corrine.
That's our queen.
Cheryl Brown. Owner of the Voice newspaper that was the Black Voice newspaper. She changed it to The Voice because she bought in.
Right. Well, and that's what a lot of those older...
Why isn't she reporting it?
You just said it. You answered your own question. She bought in. And that's what a lot of these black leaders who were once... But you know, Cheryl Brown's newspaper is the longest black publication in America. Why would you take the word black off of your publication where you can represent... I'm not saying that she don't. I haven't read the newspaper in a while.
She doesn't.
In fact, my mother used to write for her newspaper. Right. But why would you take the name that's synonymous with your community off? Why? Because like you said, she bought into the establishment, who sounds like it gave her a lot of money, which happened to help her get unseated as an assemblywoman for San Bernardino. So I agree with you on that. But as long as we only own less than 3% of media, our narrative is going to get swept under the rug. You're going to have white news outlets and media outlets telling you that black people don't march, black people don't care. Well, why don't black people care about black lives? Where's Black Lives Matter when it comes to black? Then you're going to hear all of that. Yes,
absolutely. But that's why we started a show like this, because I plan to take over the whole media landscape.
You go, boy, and I plan to be right with you. Okay. So my last point here, as far as your boy Tommy Sotomayor, black women are more mad about black men dating white women than they are about educating our children.
Damn right. Why should they be happy?
All right.
Why should black men be happy with the choices they make and who's going to make them happy? How dare they?
My answer is this. That's a lie. The end.
Okay.
That's a lie. Okay? Really?
Really?
We were more mad about black men dating white women than educating. Those two issues don't even belong on the same side of the street.
Well, wait. What the listeners don't understand and what the viewers don't see is this woman here is dating
a very handsome, tall, 6'4", just woo, brother. Okay. Don't let this man sit up here and try to fool you.
One thing about Dee is she there's no middle ground with her. Either she's dating an extremely dark brother or she's dating a light brother.
But guess what? guess what the operative word is?
Brother.
Which is brother. Right.
Okay.
So that's just a lie.
I just want to throw that out there.
We don't care more about hitting people, black men dating white women than that. That is so stupid.
Well,
stupid.
Well,
tell me you don't agree.
I have to disagree with what if that's his connotation, but it's just the connotation. Same thing as what I get. I get all the time. I look like I date white women. I don't get that from black men. I get it from black women.
Well, I mean, yeah, and
because I got a pointy nose.
Really?
What does that got to do with anything?
Because you got a pointy nose.
What does that do?
That is very ignorant.
Yeah.
Because you got a pointy nose.
I have Caucasian features, so it looks like I'm more apt to date white women.
That is very silly. I don't even know how to even.
Like Humpty Hump said in the 69, my pointy nose will tickle your red.
Well, maybe they figured he wanted it to tickle white women. I don't know. I don't even know how to defend that or even answer that. But okay. So ending this little whole thing here. So basically, he's saying that if black women love their children, they wouldn't do the aforementioned things.
Okay.
All right. Now I just want to ask this question. Get to my notes.
Get into your notes.
And then we're done here. And then you can defend your boy. Because I know you're dying to do it.
Yes.
I want you to answer this question, Mr. Sadiq.
Yes.
How can Tommy talk about black women not loving their children when he served jail time for not paying his child support in 2009? Don't you love your children?
Yes.
By paying child support?
No, not necessarily. That has nothing to do with
Why do you need to have your black ass taken to jail? Now, if you ain't paying your child support and you go to jail, that means you are an egregious offender.
That is a good point. And guess what? We're going to go into that. as we take a break real quick
All right.
because we are running out of battery power here, and I want to make sure that we get this conversation because I'm about to
He
cut
ain't run
this
out of battery
person
power,
out.
y'all. He trying to Google some stuff. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell the people what you
I'm
want to
about
hear.
to get into it and put this to a rest
You do it.
for the rest of the time.
You do it.
This is Loving the Skin. I'm Donovan Sadiq, and D Coulter. She is DK, and when I say DK, she is killing it. All right. We'll be right back.